Alright peeps, look at all of our happy hungry beavers over here. Oh, we're a bit of a pickle, aren't we? I think we should drop this down to 0. If nothing else, we can feel good about look at that water falling. Isn't it lovely? Falling down, moistening all the blueberries and all the trees. I've done that so we can get some moisture down at the carrot field here and as well at the tatty field. Now down at the tatty pit, we're doing alright, we're making some food, we're cracking along. But again, if we can get this canal... Oh, look at this! Let's have ourselves a little bonus boom, eh? Little bonus boom! Oh, I love it. I loves it. Catch the end there. Beautiful. Now we have an extra deep bit that'll keep this bit of the tatty pit down here moist for longer. Because we're on cycle 5, so they're not messing about these cycles. Now I am curious how far this water is going to get with all these water pumpers, and I think it's about there. Oh no. Well, at least we're flowing down here and there's not very many water pumpers on this route, you know what I mean? Oh, it's going to be a fun one, this one. It's going to be a fun one. Now, I am tempted, because we have all this wheat here. Let's just unpause an efficient farmhouse or two while we still have some beavers doing out. They can start harvesting some wheat, because we do have a little bit of storage knocking about. Say we make this cattail root storage, and then we make this sparadoc storage, and then we make this wheat storage. And you know what, just to make sure we pick all the wheat, because there's a fair bit here. A fair bit, and it's just going to keep growing and growing. Hang on, what's going on here? You should be... Did mate? Oh, thirsty did and hungry did. Right. Did's gonna finish planting these trees over here, and then we'll have some wood at some point. Soon. Oh, speaking of, wood is our big thing to get food back up and running. So I am temporarily gonna go into here and pause everything that requires wood. Apart from foodstuffs, of course. So I've paused all of these lumber mills. I've even paused the old papier mill over here. Where is it? Papier mill, there it is. I paused all the smelters because they take logs, and paused all the building village here. Which does mean we have 101 beavers without a day. I think I may as well just unpause the rest of this farm. Yeah, you know what I mean? May as well get something on the gun. Now, I did leave the district centre builder, so we are building a few things. Just not a lot. How is the water situation gone? We're gunning. We went downhill here. You can see we went down little hill. And as long as we keep coming along, I'll be happy. Look at that, we're still flowing. And hopefully we get to fill up this little canal here. Look at that, we're up to 50 odd food now that the wood, the very limited wood that we have. Because look, we've only got a handful of trees down here that have grown. And they're only, because these have all been unpaused, right. Let me temporarily pause all of these. I was going to say these are actually only still receiving some water and growth because of these two fluid dumps that have went and paused themselves, which is fair enough, that's kind of the point. I'll leave them unpaused. Get some workers in there. We'll get these trees continuing to grow. Stop slurping up all the water that we're dumping out. Morning, beavers. Get yourselves up and out of bed and up and doing all these stairs. Oh, I love it. Even if we do just have a beaver waking up to idle and dine out in the morning, they'll have a job for you soon, mate. Don't you worry. Consider a campfire or a bench or something. Right, we should be pishing out water here now. Look at them gone, pishing it out, just as we like to see. And that'll help with ye old dry trees over here. I think we maybe are getting a little bit of filling action over here. No, I think that's because of this being down at 0. I wonder. Yeah, we're still flowing out this way. I've completely forgot about this lot of dynamite here. Let's give it a quick blow, 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 shall we? And then replace it with some more. Oh, look at this. They're done it. I did a canny little follow job there, didn't I? It wasn't too bad, was it? You know what I mean? I did a little follow. I'll do one here, look. Boom, 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 boom. And if I can be quick enough, I can get it to chain. I can get it chain. I wasn't quick enough. I went too far. I was proper penisy. What's a crack with this one little bit of dynamite that's not in, like? You're gonna pop our let we're doing? It's too far from district. Oh, the bloody stairs. Stairs bloody ruin everything, don't they? Every time. Ruin everything, every time. Classic stair maneuver. Let's bump this up 1.5, and then hopefully it continues to flow over. Maybe? Maybe not. We'll wait and catch up with that later. Oh, there we go. As I was giving up hope, there we go. It started flowing again. Now we will be filling up this big old canal here, which does need a little bit of filling up. But we'll have that done in no time at all. We need to fill up this bit river here so it can moisten all the trees up here. And we have water flowing down here, which is grand. It should start flooding these bad lads very shortly, and then they can clock off. Stop wasting more water. Just raising this floodgate before I do a little bit of a speedy up bit. Just a little bit, not crazy. I just want to, well, survival of the fittest, these beavers here, and see what we're left with afterwards. And the reason I'm doing this is because I have grand plans for this episode. I want to do a lot of building progress, which means a lot of little speedy up bits, to be fair. But we need to make sure we can actually feed the population first, you know what I mean? And with that drought warning that we've got there, perfect timing. Look at all these hungry beavers running down these days. I'm going to come out a speedy up bit, because I can see that our food is somewhat stabilising, aka we've got plenty of wood, so wood's not a problem. But to be fair, we do just need a couple of days for all of these tatties and things to come in. Now, we do have a drought. They want to try and slurp up as much water as possible. Which, to be fair, I probably should have had these unpaused a couple of days ago, shouldn't I? If I was trying to do that very thing. We are, if nothing else, storing up wheat, spatterdocs, and cattail roots. Getting a little bit of productivity out of these bad lads now. Oh, look at that, we're starting to flood over here. What's the crack? Why don't I just put this down to 0? Flow until your heart's content. We really need to fill this up all the way. Actually, is it filled all the way? Is that the problem? Ooh, I suppose the problem might be building now. You know what? 391 wood. If I keep an eye on it, I'm going to go ahead, unpause all the things I paused earlier. Let's resume the game. 41 beavers. We're now today. What's it going to be after it's all settled and said and done? 33 jobs not fulfilled. At least now I've got our main ones. I even unpaused loads of these. Oh, actually, I unpaused loads of these. No, let's pause these, get these jobs back. And do these have power? They certainly do. We can crank along. Now, priority-wise, I want to get these 2 bakeries up and running here, because all I need to do is build some platforms in the bakeries themselves. So let me reduce the priority of that little bit there, which will stop all the wood going into there. Any other maximum priority jobbies I need to work on? I'm quite happy having these of maximum priority, even if they are sharing some resources, to be honest with you. Oh, too far from... Oh, no. I think I might whip out some handy-dandy small warehouses here. Get the beavers to build that. And we can build this little nonsense across the top here. And if nothing else, it'll stop the water pissing out the side and being pure wasted like... Underwater detonate, let's go! You can see our water dump as they are all flooded. They're not wasting our water. We just need to slurp it all up. And store it as well. Oh, I was looking, I was like, what's flooded here? But it's the bloody bad water rig. But it's not too bad, to be fair. I must have caught the flooding pretty quickly. I've got a decent little bit of reserve there as well. I've just assigned this underground pile for logs and this one for planks. I realised I didn't have any there. And it got me thinking, reminded from a comment in the last episode, there should be an underground... Yes, there should be an underground pile right there to keep logs in. Which I know isn't exactly right on this island, but it is somewhat close, you know, and I'm not trading any tatty grown area. But I was thinking, I was like, I'm pretty sure there's one hidden away under there. There it is. You definitely can't really see that underground pile from, well, anywhere, unless you're like, what's going on with the hungry beavers over here? What are these doing? Collecting logs. Okay then. How are we doing out here? Too far from district. Oh, you can't build diagonally anymore. That's right, that's right. You know what, let's reduce the priority of this one. We can make sure that this floodgate gets built first, and then we can build this one. Stop that same thing from happening. Real question is, how are we doing with the progress on these bad lads? Nothing. Oh, there we go, we've got a beaver building it here. Perfect, so we are building these now. That is absolutely ideal. We are flying through the logs a little bit. I'm a tad concerned with that, but we are about to start having a bit of growth over here. Let's have a quick look. 86%, I think that's the first one they planted. Yep, first one they planted. No bother. A handful of more days and we'll get this little operation happening. You know what, just to make sure I don't forget, I'm going to unpause this lumberjack flag. We're ready to go. Why don't we enjoy a wee speedy up build of these bakeries here? It's only going to be a 1-day speedy up build though, just a wee one. And welcome back to normal speed. We've got a day left. Now we need to micromanage all these bloody dams. So, I think canal first. Let's bump this. Oh, it is all the way up to 7. So let's say the canal's filled all the way. This side bit could do with a bit of filling, I must say. Let me close this all the way up to 1 here. And that'll take 4 blocks of way. And it should get a bit more flow over this side. Get a little bit more water going. Let me bump this up to 2. We might get a little bit of flooding because of that. But hopefully not, since we close these floodgates over here. And that'll just put all the water into here. Which will go all into here. And then into the river here, which should be at level. The new level beneath the floodgates there where the TNT is. Look at it all just pishing out the side of the map. Pure wasted like, man. Now what we need to do, get this up to 2. Wait for the flood, but try not to flood the water pumpers. Now the wave's okay, but I don't want to actually flood the beavers in there. This looks like it's consistently flooding, doesn't it? Let's just put this up to 1, close off that water, and I don't think it'll be flooded. Maybe wrong, but I don't think it'll be flooded. Let's speed it up a little bit. Now we're overspilling here. Okay, now we need to start looking at filling up this double floodgate all the way up to the top. Hopefully not ruining everything, maybe? No, we're slurping what I'm doing here. Again, that is perfect. Now up here, whoa, look at that, we didn't even get anywhere near these done. All that should do is just force the water there again, out to the side there. You can see it flowing like nobody's business. And flowing out this side, and spilling over there. This is supposed to be on a thing as well, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's right, it's all set up. Put it at 0.5, let it flow. Why not, eh? I've got a floodgate here anyway. Right, I'm going to have to lower that floodgate, and lower this floodgate. And lower this floodgate. What a mare, what an absolute mare. Trying to save water, I may as well have just stayed in that bloody speedy up bit. You know what, sod it, everyone's flooding, I don't even care. Everyone can get a bit of a flood for the next 0.3 days. How long's the drought gonna be? 29 days, not good at all, okay. At least all the water pumpers are paused. We're not gonna be slurping anymore. Oh, 29 days. We didn't even get this done. What a ting, what a ting. I don't know how we didn't get more water in here. It was flying out everywhere else. Same, yeah? Oh, well, I guess it is what it is, isn't it? We've still got the old survival of the fittest scroll going on here. Oh no, so many beavers have died of hunger, and I have 97 jobs, Can. That's with all of the water pumpers paused. Alrighty then. So this, needs to get paused. And these sneaky sloping, hungry, thirsty beavers, stop sloping. Start grilling or something, will you? Now, one thing we do have gone for us this time is the big deep canal on this side. We can keep these tatties moist for hopefully the full 29 days. I do want to squeeze in a few more grills over here. So I'm going to dynamite this rock array. And I'm going to plant some more oaks over here, where the forester can see them. And not forget to tell them to cut the trees either, like I did over here. There's a couple of more trees gone there. Oh, I need to unpause these 2 bad lads. We've got this little farm on the crack. And then another day or 2 on this bad lad, and we're going to be laughing. Absolutely giraffing. You know what we need to do? We need to kind of not dump all of our materials into this bit canal. Not at this point in time anyway. You know what, beavers? If you must build levees, then build these ones. There we go, and that should keep you busy with the wooden blocks. If you have to, you know, if you have to. Now I personally think that our hopes are in the farming beaver here. And more particularly what the beaver's got in his hand there. A bit of wheat. Wheat that we are growing and, well, should be harvesting. Do we have farmers still? Probably just hungry farmers. You know, we don't need actually, since we're wasting jobs, we don't need those 2 running. We probably, honestly, only need 1 of these running for now. Why let them go and do their thing. But anywho, on the wheat front, I think it's time to set up a little speedy up angle of the beavers building this lovely little bakery platform and a bakery. Look at the brazier bonding there, just overlooking the farms. We should have a lot more water this time. Well, we have a lot less water actually. We should probably think about pumping it. I'm not going to worry about that yet. Not yet anyway. Let's just do this bit speedy up bit, eh? Tell you what, it's been a long time since I've played the just let it work itself out strat. I mean, I don't think I've ever used that strat on YouTube yet. Here we are. But I hope to make these Thursday episodes while Leviaville's still cracking along. Mega build episodes, getting a lot done. Finish it off in the next handful of episodes because I am dying to get on update 6. I've just saw a new mod on the workshop and I want to use it so bad, and I want to do a series on it so bad. I want to do it. But I can't be doing another. I can't be doing a 4th bloody Timberborn series. And I need to wrap one of them up. Spoilers if you haven't seen Tuesday's episode. Lemon Canyon. I mean, I'm touching all the wood at the moment, but it's we no longer have a stressful map. We might be able to just actually start playing the game now. Not micromanaging every tiny little detail. Look at all the grill hooses. Smoking away. Smoking those tatties. Keeping most of the beavers alive. Oh, would you look at that? We got our first bakery in. Prioritised by haulers maximum, and you're not making cattail crackers, you're making bread, mate. Straight up bread. Because I can change this from wheat and say a bread. A bread storage right there, my friend. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go straight back into another speedy up bit until all that wheat has become bread. And there's only bread, no wheat. Well, I mean, to be fair, the beavers are probably just going to eat all the bread before I can see it all stacked up. But you never know, you never know. I didn't look at the hood when it was up, did you? And it was at this point, yeah boy, MiGly realised that you need to grind the wheat in the wheat flour before you can make it bread. Oh, okay. Look, you're welcome. You're more than welcome to comment about that. I'll happily allow it. Well, thankfully the tatty pitters are doing their job, and we've got heaps of tatties knocking about to keep the beavers fed. Now my next concern is water, because I still have so many beavers. You know what, I should probably just actually pause so many. I'm going to pause all these hooses here. I've still got 100 beds, you know what, I'm pausing this entire bloody hoosing estate. There again, what's a bed like now? We haven't got hundreds of free beds anymore. 22 free beds. I think if we pause this housing estate, that which is connected anyway, I'll be a bit happier about that, because I've just knocked off 18 beds there. So we're sitting with flour. How we're doing here? Do we just need more workers? Well, we don't, because we're not making anything with the wheat yet, because we didn't have any grits mills. And I was trying to think of ways to get grits mills. I think, like, my best bet, honestly, is to, like, delete this and then build that one platform there. You know what? That's what I'm doing. Delete ye. Give me this platform maximum priority. Beavers, pick up all those, please. And you know what? Just because things can get a bit weird on these platforms, so I'm just going to move these across. Ah, you see? I deleted those two that were there. Alright, I'm not going to build anything there until they're picked up then in that case. I need to replace all of these TNTs anyway, so I'll do that. And we'll see if they're being picked up when I'm done. Oh, this is built on the bottom of the map. I'm at the bottom, look. I'm at the bottom. Happy days, we're slowly but surely getting there with this whole area here. And once I get the actual outside at the bottom, oh, there's another stack there. I can start building on it. And speaking of building on these areas, why didn't I actually do that? Let's get our sub-travel platforms out. All the way to the tippity top. Just like that. And then now we'll be able to reach all of these. Well, not now, but once these are built, we'll be able to reach all of these. They'll be grand. Oh, that's right. Let's blow these up. We can start putting some more grills doing. Not that we need it. Once the tatty pitters are gone, they're gone. And we've made some progress picking this up. What is going on here? How is this max? What? That's not what I clicked. Normal priority. Right. You don't need to build that at maximum priority either. Well, there's a waste of a lot of resources. Well, we're getting our second bakery in. There it is. A little bit laggy, but let's pause that. Actually, no, we can't do anything with these yet either. We're not making any sort of flour. Come on, beavers. Pick up these logs, please. Pick up the logs. There we go. Thank you. Did I just... No, I was going to say, did I just delete... Nice. Bit of lag. Did I just delete a platform there? But no, it's the vertical power shaft. So now... we got food, grits mill, a little bit of a rotate, a little bit of a zoom in, a little bit of a place there like that. And then if we delete this building, we'll be able to pop a path on like that. And beavers, if you wouldn't mind getting that up with a quickness, please. Wheat flour. I should probably do two, one for this and one for cattail flour, but I mean I could, no. Let's actually prioritise getting this section over here up and running. We'll give this all a high priority number. There we go. But for now, we're going to be making big bread in here when this is in. I'm going to change these from grilled tatties to spatterducks and cattail roots. And then up here, we're going to be able to kick the spatterduck out of there, temporarily supply bread. All the bread. You know what, now I'm going to do it properly. There we go, I'm definitely wasting some haulers' time, but we've got wheat flour, bread. A lot more satisfying when the speedy up bit happens. Oh, this reminds me. I have a little path here, which the commenter reminded me about. That means I can delete this path off the tippity top here, all the way across. Not only that, but I can delete the top rung of this ladder and regain all those big metal and planks. Oh, I was going to say providing they don't get despawned somewhere, but thankfully they don't. Now, I may have to pop a path on there, not a bother. But that clears up this entire row here for a bit of catchy in the daytime action. And welcome to the daytime. So now that we're here, we can get a power battery of the gravity variety and just start placing them all the way along the top. and we can get them all placed. Because the joys are, the batteries along the right there that are built are connected to our current power wing farm. Whereas the batteries on the left that I'm currently building towards are not. So look at that. Once this is in, oh, I can't even get it all in frame. I'm going to have to go in free cam. Once this is all in, we've got this whole row of batteries across the back here. Which is why we're dynamiting, doing the bottom there. Oh, sorry, the lighting shift when you're going till our way, and I'm back. You can have some fun with the free cam, like I will say that. What was I doing? Oh yes, that's right. So we've got the path that can go, Beavers can build all the way under there, like now to matter. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Hang on, have the Beavers built this? Oh, the Beavers have built this. It's in. Okay. Unpause. Unpause. And I should be able to unpause that as well. Free mode back on. Snap back to reality. Because I have 17 days, 7.5k water. It simply is not enough. What I want to do, one big expensive large water pump that will hopefully be up and running by the time... Actually, it's not even flooded now, is it? Ah, slightly flooded. Hopefully we're built by the time the water comes down. We have some nighttime kabooms to be having along with our yard. I've just had to pause this large windmill because it was getting built before the straight power shaft. Look at that, one log, and this was getting everything in before it. Crazy. Speaking of, is that happening over here as well? Maybe. You got planks? Anyone come with logs? You gonna fill this one up? Can a beaver come and build this, please? Is that ye coming along, hunky beaver? Finish building this, please. Well, start and finish it if you wouldn't mind, if you would be so kind. Thank you very much, beaver. Now I can unpause this large windmill. That can get built, and then we can crack along. Yeah, we must be doing well good with the resources. Now I made sure we unpaused the paper, kept that going and that. Once this is built, we can start unpausing power shafts. And this, every single one of these power wings that are built, they're contributing to the batteries. Another little nighttime kaboom. I've just popped a second water pump there now just to get the last of the water, and it'll hopefully stop us all from dehydrating. Or having to slip up this fresh river here and end up running out of food again. I'd rather not, you know. I'd just rather not. Oh, look at what we got going on here. We've got the grits mill up and running. Now what that means, we can unpause these two. We can do that little bit of speedy up action I was talking about earlier where we watched the wheat get turned into wheat flour and then into bread. But I forgot the wheat flour section at the last bit. I am loving the fact we got bakeries though. Just the amount of times I called grills bakeries. Now we finally have bakeries that I can call bakeries. And we also get to see the little bit of lumber mill action getting built on the side, getting that power delivered to the middle so we can get the actual grits mill bakery section up and running. Maybe, you know what I mean, maybe fingers crossed, but mainly just those 3 boxes at the bottom left. Hopefully it's something somewhat satisfying. Hopefully. Well, I may not have got the satisfaction I was looking for from those little storage boxes doing there, but those windmills going and running in a straight line are pretty satisfying, like, not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Oh, morning beavers! So you seen all this that's been built through with that little speedy up bit? We've got all these lumber mills in, which can all be paused, have jobs elsewhere. Now, we did, if we have a look here, oh damn it. Before the night time hit, we had a few boxes of bread sitting in there. But we didn't quite get the satisfying, you know, switcheroo of the stocks that we were hoping for, did we? Now we still have hungry beavers, like, and I'm not exactly sure why. I can get the thirsty beavers, but the hungry beavers is just no need for it. Speaking of thirsty beavers, how are we doing? We've got 1 little water pumper on the gun. Soon to be 2, but for now, just 1. Now, for the sake of 5.9 days, I believe I can go ahead and just pause these bad lads right here. I reckon that block there will be enough to keep these trees watered and keep these beavers busy. Now, we do actually have a decent amount of food there. Ooh, all full on grilled tatty storage. Well, what are these empty boxes? What are ye? Berries. Ah, ain't no bother. Ye are now grilled tatties. Grilled chestnuts? There's another grilled chestnut underneath, isn't there? Yeah, you can be grilled tatties. What about these two? Carrots. The top box can be grilled tatties. Are there any be more storage built up here? Nah. Not yet. Not yet. No, I think it's time to shift our priorities to this side of the industrial estate. Start building all of this stuff now. So let's get the priority up on, let's just say, these grit mills here and the path up to them, and this should be highlighting everything that's beneath it as well. Why, aye, that all looks like it's maximum priority, so we should get, what's that, 3 more grit mills and another baker on the go. And what are you told to be making? Oh, maple pastries, that's right, you've all got special rules, haven't you? You're the maple pastry. You are the sparadox, and you are the breads. Is it sparadox crackers? Cattail crackers, that's the one. Since we do have plenty of food, enough to see us through 5 days, I'm going to unpause 5 of these bad lads and start taking water out of this main bit of the river here. Ooh, dynamite. You know what? Let's get these back up in priority as well. Get these happening. Ooh, I just noticed, look, we got the second little bloody thing in. Metal floodgate, that's what they're called. Let's get this bad lad up to maximum priority, and then we'll have an actual incentive to build all of this wall here. Get it all in. Save all of that bonus water. Maybe even put some water tankers on to pump up it up. Oh my, look at the TNT! Yeah, I should have done explosive storage a long time ago, shouldn't I? I should have done a lot of things a long time ago, I know. What I'm going to do, up the priority of all of this to high, and I'm going to go ahead and start unpausing all of these joys here. And I'll try and do a speedy up bit for this, at least for the next 5 days. See how far I get with it. And hopefully the speedy bit turns out alright. There might be a couple of little camera shifts, but I'll try and be smooth for you. Tell you what, I cannot wait to get this power wing farm up and running properly, fully. It's going to be grand. It's going to be absolutely grand. Right. I'm noticing this. Can't get all required materials. It only needs 1 log. And that started popping up when there was like 24, 25 logs up there. It's pretty good info to have. It means that I need more than, say, 30 logs up there before we start building new projects. Because I imagine that all of this stuff is getting built first, because that was placed way before this little power shaft that I've just placed now. We are making decent progress up here. These are bloody expensive platforms now. Look at how expensive they are. We've got a beaver coming up the stairs to finish it off. Why, I would do. Let's get a proper little angle on this, eh? Look at this beaver building angle. Oh, I didn't realise I paused it right at the perfect second before we built it. And how was, why? Whoa, why? Are you overwhelmed, my friend? Where's the second lumberjack flag? I would have put a second one in because of this here. Is this all not marked for cut or something? What's going on? Why is this one tree not marked for cutting? And where's my other lumberjack flag? Alright then. Platform up here. Lumberjack flag on top. In a maximum priority so it'll actually get done. And to make sure it actually gets done, I'm going to have to reduce the priority of all of these. Oh, will you have a look at this? We got our little floodgate in. You know what that means? It means we can delete this bad lad. Goodbye. Handy dandy small warehouses. Let me recover those logs. And we're up to 1.4k water. And we're not even fully out of water yet. I mean, these are doing now, so you can get paused. Can be useful elsewhere. For how long we've got left, these two can be paused as well. We still got a little bit of greenery there, keeping a couple of tatties there. And thanks to our big deep canal here, we've got all the tatties growing here. Hang on. Do we need a pool? We might not be done here in the tatty pit just yet. Well, I know we're not done yet, because we need to keep blowing up these TNTs. And you know what, let's recycle this beaver statue. I'll take those 38 logs, we're in desperate need of them, thank you very much, Lee. We're going to food, going to grill, and we'll start popping some more grills on here. And honestly, I'm just going to leave the priority at medium because, well, we have plenty of grilled tatties knocking about. We're back at maximum capacity again. We need to assign more bloody storage to tatties. If only there was an area, a place to store these tatties. If only, eh? If only. Now to be in range, who are ye? Oh, that's it. We're getting proper amongst all this done now. I'm just going to start deleting these, getting them out the way. Give me these stairs back. Builders, pick it all up. You can access it all. Now I'm suspecting, oh look at this, look at the timing, Amrit, that we're going to see some detonates getting detonated soon. Oh, TNT's getting planted soon, whichever way you want to use your English, correctly or not. Tell you what, there should be canny like if we get loads of beavers popping in the campfire and then we get some TNT in overnight and we can blow it up in the morning and that. But if nothing else, you'll be able to see the wood burn down. It's a lovely little feature, that. Well, as the sun rises, let me detonate this TNT, as I said. But before we let the beavers run down the stairs, we've got to make sure we get the angle for the beavers to run down the stairs. Look at them all gone, man. Oh, it's gonna be even better. I'm not even done yet. I probably should be done with it, but I'm not. And you know what? While we've got low water level here, let's detonate these bad lads, because we've got loads of TNT. That means we can quickly tell the beavers to get amongst all of this here, blow that up, and then once they blow that up, we'll be able to put the actual wall in and be able to fill this right up. Now you can be a glass half full or a glass half empty beaver here. You can either say that we're going to lose potential water slurping from this water pumper, or we're now going to gain some potential water slurping from this water pumper. It's up to ye what type of beaver you want to be. Let me check, is the lumberjack in? The lumberjack's in. Perfect. Right, now I can get this all maximum priority again. Now again, I'll prioritised up. We should be building that again. And then we'll have at least more than one reliable food source knocking about. Now something I did notice about that big build speedy up bit is if we have a look over here, there's been bonus hoses built. Look at all these. You're not paused, and you should be. You're not paused, and you should be. And yees, you know what, yees can sit and stay and enjoy the waterfall passing by your house there. Yees have earned it, beavers. No more than these beavers have earned it, but hey, yees can get paused now. This whole housing estate, apart from these three, we've already established that, are on pause. You know what? Get paused? I thought that was when I said it had any stairs to it. Well, what's the one saying it's got any access there? Is there something beneath that? Of course there's always something beneath it. How did I mess this up? Well, that's the front door there, isn't it? Blocked by this house. Well, we're going to have to do something about that. Bye, hoses. I'd like to pick up those logs that I wasted. Thank you very much, Lee. And I think we're just going to have to do a little bit of rejiggery. If you know what I mean. If you catch me drift. We'll let the beavers pick up the resources first before I start, well, blocking our access to the resources. Because we're still in desperate need of some logs. Look at these poor dried up Lidos. Not for long, mate. Not for long. Oh, speaking of not for long, have we got dynamites in here yet? Oh, we just need the one there, which means we should have this one in here. Boom. Boom. Right now, let me get into decoration, get into hedge, plop a hedge in there, say beavers. Get that built. And then after you've built that, please pop in the last grill. And you know what, just to set it off, a little shrub for good fashion. So if you're a beaver and you sit in these 3 seats here, oh, look at that perfect timing. You know what, watch the logs during this speedy up bit. Watch them go down and burn into embers. I think it's pretty cool. And this is update 5 as well, this isn't even an update 6 thing. Might have even been earlier, but I just noticed it during update 5. Last minute beavers catching the campfire. Alright, now I'm going to leave it on speed 3. Oh, and the drought's ended and the beavers are flying down the stairs. Now we're going to have a lot of jobs that need to be 131 now that we've got all the water pumpers on the ground. Look at it, already water flowing about. Oh, it's because of this bit. Hell yeah, look at that, bit of bonus water. I mean, it's not going to go past the first pumpers if it's just that little half a level coming out like. But these water source here, and this water source down here, will do the trick in getting the rest of it all filled up. And look, we've got our pumpers pumping away. Ooh, speaking of, before the water gets down and starts doing all of its things, let's blow these up. And then how tall are these? 8 high. Landscaping. Metal floodgates of the 8 high variety. Thank you very much, Lee and beavers. Real quick, build that. Are we sharing resources here? Scrap gear, treated metal. Nah, not really. I'll leave those as maximum priority, as well as the little build over here, because these are all just getting wood and planks for the most part. That's the vast majority of the resources required for this build. I tell you what, this is cool, isn't it? How the path down is sunken, but the actual water pumper isn't. You know what, peeps? We're going to do the speedy up bit while we get these metal floodgates in. Do you reckon that we're going to catch it before the water gets up or not? I said that straight away, so hopefully that actually happened before we found out. Hey, I hope you're enjoying this bit episode. I know it's speedy up heavy, but if we need to make a lot of progress, it's either that or jump cut, look at all the progress I've made. And realistically, if I'm going to jump cut, look at all the progress I've made, I'm just going to dev mode it all in, save time, and I'd rather not cheat. Plus these can be canny satisfying, like I must admit, when they're all sped up. Hopefully this is one of those and it just goes whoop from left to right. Alright, it's been like 3 days, no progress, I'm getting a bit scared. Now we still got heaps of beavers knocking about. What's the crack with this then? What's the crack with this last little floodgate? Why are you not getting it in? Waiting on metal blocks. We actually are waiting on metal blocks, you know what? Let's delete that. You can have all those metal blocks back. And then we'll put levies in there. Well, there we have it. It's all in, it's all at the level, and we're not done wireless yet, we've still got this to go on, but we'll build this section before we blow up the wall this time. I use out of water. If you can get paused, mate, 3 jobs to do elsewhere, and then I imagine yees are just about out of water. Yeah, just about. You can get paused and all, peeps. So how much water we got? Full 20k. That will actually properly fully last us the entire rest of the drought. I'll be dead. We'll get to finally keep water in here. Well, I say finally. It's only been like 2 cycles we haven't been able to. Ooh, would you look at this? We've got all the expensive platforms in here, which means 3 more water tanks. Beautiful. Ooh, if we've got these expensive planks in, what about these expensive platforms? Oh my. Okay. I tell you what, this might have been a more interesting speedy up bit, mightn't it? But hopefully it was worth the surprise, like it was for what's on. If it's not blatantly obvious, I was not expecting this to be done. Now, alright, you have food stuff, so your maximum priority. Now let's quickly pause the game so I can switch these recipes around. Bread requires wheat flour, cattail crackers, obviously cattail flour, maple pastries, wheat flour. Okay, so if we do 1 doing cattail flour, and then we do 2 on wheat flour, and I think we just continue that ratio with the rest of the grits mills. You know what we need to do? We need to get a little plantation on the gun. I mean, I wasn't talking about this oak plantation, but we do need to replant those trees. And I'm thinking, once we get the canal going, what about making this whole area here like maple trees? Let's just mark it out for planting for now, so we can have a bit of an idea of what we want. Oh my, look at that! Trees under the bridge, trees under the bridge, trees under the bridge! Yes, okay, this is definitely happening then. Okay, trees under the bridge. I'm down. Oh, yes. 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 I mean, I'm not going to lie to you here. I think we could do with another lumberjack flag. Or more haulers. No, see? Not prioritised by haulers, not full on storage, just not quite keeping up. Or actually, these are oaks. I should give it more time. 2 might be plenty. I've just noticed these grit mills have got no power. And I'm thinking, how was I planning on getting power over there anyway? Like for realsies? There's nothing connecting the top here. I think I thought that I would get power out the side of the bot assembler into the grit mill. Oh, I will. But I don't have that set up yet. That's what this is. That's what this is. Of course. We have plenty of grilled tatties. It is time. Delete the grit mill. Delete this path. And get some lumber mills on the crack. And then the power will pass up through this little up and down shaft along all of these lumber mills. Connect from this lumber mill into this bot pod factory. Gan up the bot pod factory into this bot assembler, and then hour into the grits mill there. Like now tomorrow. Although the like now tomorrow doesn't look like it's actually working out there, does it? You see, these are all blue. But this blue doesn't connect to this blue. Why no blue? Ah, I see why no blue. The top part of the bot pod factory is it's spinny gear there. Not quite conducive to having power poked into it. But surely I would have thought of that. Oh, I think I did. There it is. Power shaft coming out of this bit. And then these are all connected in. There, look, you can see the bakeries are highlighted blue. And then we've got this little power shaft connecting into there. So, in that case, all of this needs to be maximum priority. Get it all in, Beavers. Every last bit of it. And then to be fair, you may as well just continue cranking on with that. You know what, actually, I'm going to make this whole top floor here wheat flour. And then this floor underneath, that can be for the cattail flour. 1 lowly old cattail flour. Grits mill there. And 4 big old wheat flowers. Oh, look at this. Our last beaver. Sitting over here, we're now to DM range. And yes, I want the stairs back. You know what? I'm feeling like a wee speedy up bit for this while we get these built. And we'll be able to see the water level drop, and we'll be able to see the wheat growing and not being harvested on that top ledge there. Because I made no way for farmers to get up there. We'll be able to see the beavers using the big canal dam wall to run across. And I figured I may as well use this time to chat to you about me little break and things. So I'll keep it somewhat brief. For over a year, I was homeless and sofa surfing. The YouTube videos were canny to make, but they were quite difficult, quite challenging at times to work out and actually record and edit and get up and upload it and everything. And then yeah, after a year, it just started getting properly on top of us, and I just wasn't feeling recording or anything like that. Wasn't really feeling much of anything, but by an actual real fluke, I ended up getting a flat a lot earlier than expected. I was looking at another 6 months to 3 years before getting a flat, and the flat's awesome. Literally one complaint, and it's a dodgy neighbour. And look, if any ears are from any sort of populated area anywhere in the world, there's some dodgy people around. Doesn't matter where you are. So can't complain too much about that. As much as I might like to, we'll see. But yeah, I'm getting settled in. I've been here for a little bit now, and like I say, I'm starting to get settled in, enjoying it, and trying to get back into a routine of making videos better as well. That's the whole goal. I just want better and better videos. I mean, I feel like I've summed that up pretty well. I mean, I haven't. I've done a very, very skatey job of going over the top of things, but I think I've made it fairly concise. And look, I'm open to talk more. If I feel there's an actual use for it. But for now, I just wanted to get it off my chest a bit and explain why there was a bit of a break, even if it was a very glossy explanation. But what I will say, I've been waiting to have my own place before doing at least 2 or 3 series. So you can expect more games on this channel in general. Because like I say, I've got a handful of games I've been dying to play, dying to do series on and things like that. And I hope to see some of these in there as well. You know, I get it if whatever game I'm playing doesn't tickle your fancy. I'm literally the same way, so no offense taken if you don't watch other series. But hopefully, but I'm keen, I'm excited to have a good old time with them. Hey, look at that, it's in! Big zoom out, but it's in. Let's get the hood back on and I can start unpausing these bad lads. Well, let's see, let's unpause Gritsmill. Gritsmill has power, yes, my little system was designed correctly. Did I not say pick these up with a quickness? I didn't. Look at all those resources sitting there ready to be picked up, needing to be used. Maybe 27 logs. At least we've still got water and food. That's all these beavers need. Well, let's switch on. The Gritsmill's up here. Let's switch back on the backeries. And look at this little hole here. For whenever the wood workshop starts doing its thing, it starts going up and down in there and that. This multi-story estate here is properly coming along, like, oh, look at that beaut. You know what we need to do now? We need to start unpausing some of this as well. Oh, I didn't, did I? Why? Okay. Delete. Please, beavers. Finish this and pick that up. But yeah, anyway, let's unpause this shaft. There's only one little bit left to do here, isn't there? Let's just do it. Let's just get it in. Go on, let's get it in. Get it all in. Why not? We're going crazy with it. You can see over here we're starting to manage a lot better with the trees. We didn't particularly have the same issues we had before. I think 2 might be the right amount here. Ooh, actually, I want to do this first. I think I can do all this at maximum priority and it'll do this stuff first because this was all built first. But I do definitely want to get this up and running first. And you know what, if you've built that much of it, build that as well. And I definitely built this before that. So let's get all of these back doing in priority. You know what, overnight, I had a little think thought and I was like, I reckon I can do a cool little forest I set up here. So why don't we try that? You see what I mean with a little staircase doing? And then you can see all the way down there. And then we're going to have to do something about getting them to see down here now. Maybe a cheeky ladder doing. I think in theory it's cool, but in practice, you can't really say much because it's all the way up here and it's wasting so many blocks getting down to there. I've just been having a look and I can see we've got 50 jobs going, no spare beds, and we're about to hit a new temperate season in 5 days time. So I'm going to unpause this whole housing estate top row here and all of these estate houses up here. Well, actually, speaking of houses up here, these resources are being picked up, which means I can go ahead, delete this path. This path. Oh, Beaver, you better hurry up before you get stranded, mate. Get yourself across. It looks like I used a bridge there, so that's all going to get deleted. And I have some things here that need to get picked up, but they're floating, so I think they'll be okay. And unfortunately, this roof's going to have to go on as well. So now we have this. I believe if we get into housing, get ourselves a big triple lodge, we can put it that way around, just like that, and now we can path on top of that and connect into that stair, which we cannot because it's one too tall, of course it is. Why? Actually, I can go one lower here, can't I? There's nothing blocking me. Nope, nothing blocking me. Okay, delete you. Delete all of you expensive platforms. Let me pop a platform on top of that bed. Let me dynamite this bad lad out of the way and blow it up once it's in place. Right now, I reckon we can get a little house. Well, once I zoom in a bit. Zoom in a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. There it is. Get the house in. And now it'll be on the correct level to be pathed up like that. And as well, it'll be on the same level as here. So all I need to do is figure out a little bit of pathway for these two houses. And you know what? But I also need to ensure that there's a path in front of here. My old mate's house there, you know. I'll say this bulletin pole is in the way, so get deleted, mate. We're going to replace you with a little bit of a stair up, just a one stair up, and then we'll platform out of here and connect both of our houses in. Now, can I be cheeky and pop a bulletin pole in here, or is it too tall? It's too tall. Big shame. Especially considering I don't technically need that little bit off the side there. I'd rather have a bulletin pole. Get deleted. Oh, got some resources back if they didn't just disappear into thin air for that. I love the little gun doing the stairs and then back up the stairs as well. Alright, well that's that. Now we've got this little section here we need to think about doing something with. And we could do a little double lodge. Just like that, have it plopping off the top. But I feel like I want a triple lodge. You know what I mean? Just a real casual triple lodge like that. I think that looks perfect. I think the only issue is now is how do we get to this level? I see how we get to this level. Oh, I actually see how we get to this level. I don't think I can use these side platforms here. No, it won't let me. But I can use the cheaty platforms. So let me do one there, one there. Delete this little rooftop terrace. Shift it hour 1. It's still on the path and everything there, you see. But now, I can do a path there. Connect old mate in. So he can stumble from the pub around the corner, across the bridge, into his house. And then the beaver that lives in this house here can stumble from the pub over the bridge, fall off the bridge, into their house there. Perfect little setup there. I'm actually like loving this little housing estate up here. Just swap some of the decorations around in the grill corner here. Looking tasty. Just like these beavers running down these stairs here. Look at them gone. Now look at this. Water in the canal like nobody's business. I mean, there is still water here to be fair. But even if we slip this dry, there'd still be water in the canal. Keeping these tatties moist. Quick boom. For whatever reason I had dynamite there. Oh, morning beavers. Welcome to Cycle 37. I've got me tell a tidy little idea here. We just need to actually enact that tidy little idea, aka blow some dynamite up. And you might notice I've covered the whole of the dam here. All the way up. So we can start placing stuff on the tippity top. All the way to the end. And possibly beyond. But I also built a little offhang here. In case any beaver wants to come contemplate up at the top of the dam, you know. Dam/canal. Now you look at that, 7.4k water, 12k food, we're absolutely breezing it now. Look at all these cooked tatties of the grilled variety. Absolutely smoking. Alright, well we've got all of these water pumpers sloping it up. We end up with 138 jobs required. You know what it's time for, since we've got a nice little temperate season? Detonate all of these underwater dynamites here. There's only a couple in the corner. Actually there's a few up the top here, isn't there? Quickly click and detonate these and all. Maximum enjoyment. Did I miss any? Why are a couple still left? Blow them up and blow them up. Are we approaching the bottom with these? We are. Look at that. That means we can start filling this in with platforms, creeping our builder beavers along and blowing up even more of this big reservoir here. Ooh, look at that bonus little bit of boom. Oh, that's right. Couple of bonus bits of boom because the beavers can access certain little areas, can't they? Look at that. Blow them all up. Oh, it's a proper little blow explosion, this. This is a canny little corner here, isn't it? If it wasn't for the height difference, we would have had a canny little blower all the way across. But as it stands, minimal blowage. Minimal blowage. Bit of a speedy. By speedy, I mean a little bit of a whispery boy. A little bit of ASMR explosion. I need to not be whispering like I clearly can't form sentences while whispering at the same time. You know what? I would like to see this water level rise in this other river here. Quickly, of course. And I think that'll do for our little speedy up bit here. I want to catch the beavers where to do the stairs. Look at them all go, bad little beavers. We still need more wood though. I mean, we won't once we finish building this monstrosity, but then obviously we're going to start building more monstrosities, aren't we? We do have some bonus green ground down here, thanks to our dams that are actually done. Look at that. And yeah, I believe this is just the old fixed and update 6 corner visual bug. It will be replaced with levees anyway, to match the little staircase coming down, you know. Actually, what's going on here? Why is the canal not filling? Mate, 1.5, 3.5, 3. Is that how we need to do it? I mean, I do want to get the canal filled before we fill the river, to be honest with you. Well, that's bloody 5 days of not filling the canal properly. Look at the state of it, there's no water still. At least we're making some decent progress out here. Did I tell them to maximum prioritise? Yeah, I did. Yeah, there should be maximum prioritising getting around that corner as well. Is getting around the back here. Ooh, look at that, we got some booms. And I think that's just at the bottom, isn't it? It is. Look at that. Oh, it's at the bottom. I might save me beavers the hassle of building that for now, but I'll let them build the rest of it here. Look at that, already up to 20k water storage. We finally have these 3 bad lads in. 2 facing this way, and if we do a flip around, 1 facing this way, because we've got the path on the side there with the ladder. Alright, so let's double check our calculations for these floodgates here. These are set at 5.5, and the lowest point of the map is where these little boyos are here, the old carrot field. And if we have a look, oh, nice and convenient. We can go up 1 block from where we are now. So let's have a look. Where are we now? I'd say we're somewhere between 5 and 4.5, as you can see. Well, not really, because I made the water wave, so but you can see it's going out there, and if I switch it up to 5, it stops going out. So I think 5.5, perfect place. And if it isn't, Well, we'll find out when this whole carrot area starts flooding. You know what? I'm going to put this floodgate up to 2 to make sure we get all of the canal fillage, because I think it'll be a very satisfying little speedy up bit. Yeah, old filling the canal speedy up. And once we get the roof on the canal, you're not going to be able to see this. And I do believe we are about to start spilling at the back of the map, / here. So let's bring this down. So we start coming out of here instead. And there, look, we're filling the river up anyway. We're just gone the long way round. Yeah, and in all seriousness, now that the canal is all filled up, let's bring this down to 1.5 and let that flow as well. Because, you know, we got these beavers in this house here. They want to be listening to the waterfall I want to eat before the bad tide kicks in. You know, I'm looking, we still don't have a surplus of metal blocks, so let us unpause these smelters, up the priority of the buildings, and get them on by haulers. Problem is probably the fact of lack of wood, but you know what it's like. Yeah, I just noticed we got this bridge in that I was priority of earlier. That means the beavers have got a tidy little access across from our here to our here without having to go all the way our here. I like how the water level's still a bit low there, but it'll rise over the next 1.5 days. A little bit at least. Oh, look at it, it's risen enough. The beavers can get in and start enjoying the Lido. Actually, should we hang about? See if any beavers join? Why, I look, there's a kit swimming and there's a kit back floating. What a bloody place. I bet you weren't expecting a Lido's speedy up experience now, were you? And I bet you weren't expecting for that to be the last bit of speedy up footage of the episodes. We've got a big 28-day bad tide to contend with. Now I think we've got a fair dinkum bit done this episode. Look, we've even got heaps of these big batteries in, which is keeping our multi-stack industrial tower gun here. Nay bother, we've got some more progress on the big old canal dam, and it is looking beautiful down here now, isn't it? Just don't mind the flooding at the tatty pit, that happens from time to time. But for now, peeps, I'm going to have to catch yous next week. Peace!
Move.